Don't you think I look like I'm cosplaying as Shaggy?
Shaggy from Scooby?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
The beige trousers and the green top.
Shaggy?
Where's
Scooby?
Where are you new?
Where's Scooby?
That's you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you fucking dog.
That's a franchise that will never die anytime soon.
No, how
There's
good are
so
those
many
live-action
things.
movies?
Oh, they slap. You know James Gunn wrote them.
Did he?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, the one in the first and second one, yeah.
Man, they're so silly. I love them. I really love them.
I don't know if I think he might have just co-written them, but yeah, he definitely had a big part in it.
That's mad.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. They're doing that whole Velma thing as well. You see that doing that adult Velma. I think I sent it in the group chat.
Adult Velma.
Yeah, like they
Sounds like a porno.
Well, kind of like it's that. Remember, it was that picture, and there's in the shower area, and their head's chopped off, and there's a girl with soap all over her body, but she's been showering.
Is this in these Scooby-Doo movies or a new one?
It's like a HBO Max adult spin-off.
Damn.
It surrounds Velma. And
Damn. It's like that Winnie the Pooh movie.
Yeah, that Winnie the Pooh one.
That
cool.
like Winnie the Pooh, but make it horror. That's bizarre.
Yeah, apparently like the rights just expired and someone just bought them.
Yeah, I think it's been like that for ages. Anyone can make.
And then you can do what you want with it.
Yeah.
I'll watch it just because it's fucking bizarre.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I think that's what it's called. It looks like a serial killer Winnie the Pooh movie.
Weird. I want to see an Ari Aster directed Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
Is that Ari Aster?
No, but
I was going to say, I was like, fucking hell.
I want to see that 3.5 hour cut.
I want to say at the top of the show today, this is being recorded like almost 2 weeks in advance.
2nd of June at the moment.
Yeah, 2nd of June. So if we say anything dumb, that like if we say a theory that has been proven wrong, if Freeman Agnew has been seen on set, if PCAP or Matt have been confirmed back, and we don't talk about it,
that's why.
That's why. Because sometimes I feel like we sound really dumb when we have an episode that's scheduled, and then we're sat there like, oh, I wish David would come back, and everyone's like, but he has come back.
That's why in the clips I put what day it was filmed.
Big brain.
Because
king shit.
I don't want people watching the clips being like, especially when like we film them and then they release on Monday, and sometimes the clips don't even go out till Thursday. So it can be a solid week and a half since we film the episode when the clips come out.
That's right.
And a lot can happen in a week and a half, especially when you got Russell at the fucking train.
Dude, he's spitting shit out.
He's on the Orient Express. He's charging at us. Anything can happen. They wrapped the 60th, by the way, apparently. One of the specials, at least.
No way.
I showed the clapper, remember? I sent the clapper.
That didn't mean they wrapped. I
really?
don't think. Yeah.
They normally show the clapper at the end saying, it's wrapped. I'm pretty sure it's wrapped.
I don't think it's wrapped. I think you're wrong.
I swear it's wrapped.
No.
Yeah, I think
Bro, that's the fastest filming of the 60th.
I know, that's what I don't get.
No.
That's what
it's not. I've seen a picture that Rachel Torello posted of the clapper.
Yeah,
and that wasn't the wrap clapper.
Okay. I thought it wrapped.
You can post a picture of a clapper whenever you like. I can post a picture of a clapper on the Twitter account right now if I like.
Bit weird though, isn't it, to post a clapper when
they're just having fun.
Really?
They're little like teasing. They're like stroking the balls.
Everyone keep okay, really... but I saw multiple people on like Twitter and stuff saying it wrapped.
Yeah, but that's I've not seen any of that.
I agree with you. I understand.
No, you disagree with me.
That it fucking
Stop disagreeing
wouldn't be that quick.
Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you. I think. I mean, like, I guess they could have done some studio bound stuff before they announced it.
Perhaps. But even then, I feel like they've still only been filming for like 2 or 3 weeks.
I know, that's weird.
I don't know. Connor's consulting his phone. Has to be right. Has to prove me wrong.
Saying that I think she... Well, look, she posted the fucking clapper, and I thought it was weird because I don't understand why you'd post that, but... Yeah, gorgeous clapboard, flash and brilliant Karen department plus wonderful team and wonderful cast.
Can I see the picture? No, that doesn't mean it's done.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, people said that it was fucking rap.
That's people saying it's done. Though. That is very cool. She's just showing off the cool clapper.
Yeah, alright.
God. Everyone, calm down.
I know, I'm just saying people said that it was wrapped and...
We had 7 days of, like, constant Doctor Who news, and now everyone's like, we need more.
They must have wrapped, yeah.
They must have. That must mean something.
Yeah, either way. It's good that she's posting clappers.
That's right.
We love Rachel.
We do love Rachel. It's so good to see her.
I know, it's great.
Again.
It is great. We got an episode of hers coming up very soon on the rewatch.
We do. I'm very excited.
Dark Water and Death in Heaven.
Today, like Connor almost segued in, but then we got sidetracked on the way of the segue. Mummy on the Orient Express is what we're talking about today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the 50% Doctor Who podcast.
50% podcast.
I like how when I made that theme on whatever dumb app I had on my phone, I titled the theme 50% Series 1 theme, as though every season we were going to...
Like it's going to change every season.
We're on season 8 and no chance.
I think it came in like episode 6 or something of the show. I remember when you first played it for me and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, we need an intro. And I started singing that.
You went fitty, fitty, fitty. And I was like, I'm taking that and making it into a song.
Sometimes I forget how ridiculous that intro is. But
I always think,
classic.
What's a new listener going to think when they hear that intro?
And it's like the audio quality is so shit as well. It's just so weird. But yeah.
It's great. It's great. Mummy on the Orient Express today, which is the 8th episode of the 8th series of the British science fiction television program Doctor Who. I have no idea what that voice was.
Peter? Is that you?
I hope that wasn't my Pete impression. That was horrific. It was first broadcast on BBC One on the 11th of October 2014, written by Jamie Matheson and directed by Paul Wimshurst. In the episode, the alien time traveler, the Doctor, played by Peter Capaldi, investigates the deaths of passengers on board a space-bound train who claim to have seen a mummy that is not visible to others prior to their deaths. Have you started Stranger Things yet?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What episode are you up to? And why do you sound not happy about it?
I'm like a bit into episode 2. I just don't get the hubbub. I never have.
It's so good.
Is it?
It's so good.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. But I just think it's...
I hope so. Everyone get sharpen your eyes.
Is this what everyone's fucking raving about?
It's so good, especially episode 4, man. That's peak.
You said that episode 1, and I watched it.
I think episode 1's great. 4's the best.
It's good. It's good.
It's really good.
It's good.
I don't think it's just good.
It's good.
You suck. You don't like fun.
I just
like fucking indie A24, black and white. Give me the fucking lighthouse.
Why do we bring the lighthouse?
Give me that mermaid puss.
No, I like it.
So if it's not the lighthouse, you don't like it. If it's not the lighthouse, you don't like it.
No, I just think that it's just not as good as the other one makes it out to be. I just think there's so many better TV shows out there that deserve the attention, and this is what gets all the attention. It's just a bit weird.
I think it's a great show to get attention.
It's good. I agree. I'm in the minority here. Yeah. But, I just think that it's like fucking okay.
I think it's really good. I think my spoiler-free 20-second review is we got the cast who are really good. I think we're getting some supporting characters like Max who haven't really had a chance to shine, get a chance to shine this season. And I'm falling in love with those characters. Max has very quickly become my favorite character in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I think it looks beautiful. The combination of the production design, the green and orange aesthetic mixed in with the lighting, I think is like stunning visually. And my only downside, there's a plus side and a downside to this. The episode lengths are like an hour and a half long each, which I think is actually really good because there's so many storylines going on, and it doesn't feel like they don't feel rushed. It doesn't feel like you're bouncing around all the time. The one downside is the plot line, without spoiling it, that involves Winona Ryder, her character, I think feels very... It doesn't feel connected to the rest of the show. Like, it feels, every time we jump there, I feel like I'm not as interested because it's not as connected as everything else that's going on, which is really cool and exciting, and I love to see.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think it's great. It's a good bit of fun television, I think.
Yeah, I put it on today and I watched like 5 minutes and I was like, I'm just going to play FIFA. Can't be fucked. I'll watch it. I always do. What do you guys want?
Well, you can't hate it that much, Connor.
You want me to beg? I will watch it. I think it's good. I think it's fine. I just don't think it's the best thing ever. And I don't get...
It's not the best thing ever.
The hubbub.
But I think it's really good TV because it gets people talking. It's exciting.
It does.
It's like, you know... Of course, we'd love shows like Better Call Saul to get seen by millions of people, billions of people. But it's just never gonna because it's not that kind of show. Yeah. Stranger Things for me is the type of show that generates hype, but is still of a good quality. You know, like you get things like Bridgerton, which generate hype, but it's shit. You know, but like Stranger Things is like it's a good quality. It's not Better Call Saul quality, totally. But there's still things like the filmmaking in this season. I think is really good. There's this great Wanna in episode 4 that is stunning, and the way they execute the final sequence of episode 4 is great. Like,
I think direction-wise, it's really good.
They put so much effort into it, and I think it really shows.
I think they definitely took their time with it, and I think you can tell, like, in episode 1, like that, like the D&D and the basketball game, like, interlapping was so good. That was great. That was a really good scene. I really liked it. I'm just so fucking convoluted with the story, and I think it's just, I don't know. Whatever. No matter what I say, no one's going to agree with me anyway. So.
We all hate Connor.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even going to bother. Everyone's just going to fucking sound anyway.
Possibly something that you may like.
One thing though, before you say that.
My great segue has been destroyed by Connor.
It was a really amazing weekend for just TV and shows in general, because Top Gun Maverick had like an amazing opening weekend.
It did.
Obi-Wan was the most watched show on Disney Plus, and Stranger Things was the most watched English speaking. I think Squid Games might have overtaken it.
Yeah, might have done.
That was the number one biggest debut ever. So we had like a massive opening. Is TV and movies back? I think so.
Well, it's like,
I love stuff like that.
Yeah, it is great.
That's good. I like that it's generating stuff like that.
Yeah, and they're all definitely like big hype shows / movies that you get that from. Meanwhile, Doctor Who's getting like 2.7 million views on Easter weekend, but like,
I think it was less than that as well. I think it was like 2.1 or something. 2.2.
We don't. Oh, dude, we got a guest coming on in the finale of this season. He's a brand new guest to the show. He's my good friend Trevor, and he, for so long, has been like, I'm going to catch up on Doctor Who for literal years. Like, I think he stopped watching around series 5 and 6. He's a big David Tennant fan. And then I remember like 2 or 3 years ago, he got through, I think halfway through Peter, and then he stopped watching. And he was like, no, I'll finish it one day. And then like a month or so ago, he started watching it from the start again. And I was talking to him today. The guy is on Eve of the Daleks. Wow. So he's gone through, he's got some thoughts about Chibbers. And I think it'll be great to talk to him as someone who's not watched the Chibnall era in individual episodes, someone that's not at all been exposed to like Twitter and what Twitter thinks of it. I think it'll be so interesting to see what he thinks.
Good old Legend of the Sea Devils next.
That's what I said to him. I was like, dude, you got one more left to go, and let me tell you, it's a pile of shit.
It's fucking awful. It's like a new low, so look forward to that.
I feel bad because I've always been, and I think I've said this before, but I've always been an ambassador for the Chibnall era. Like, even though it's not my favourite, but I still try and find bits that I like.
You have been, haven't you?
Those. Yeah. But it's like Legend of the Sea Devils has just left such a sour taste in my mouth that whenever someone talks about this era, I'm like, I just really hope that the Centenary redeems something. Doesn't have to be a stellar episode.
I'm so interested to see just how they handle it. It needs to be
an episode that I think, that's good. You know, it doesn't need to be End of Time, or like, even, like, it doesn't even have to be like Twice Upon a Time, which I know some people love. I personally just think it's pretty good from memory.
Yeah.
It just needs to be like good. If it's Legend of the Sea Devil trash, then I will forever, I think,
I doubt it'll be hate that this bad, but I think that the most interesting thing about watching it will be just to see how they wrap everything up. And I'm also interested to see how they will handle Jodie's generation mostly, and how it will lead into the 60th.
Yeah, that's interesting.
There's some interesting stuff.
Because it's so, like, you know, we're kind of treading familiar ground here. But, like, you know, because we don't know if it's going to end leading into the 60th, or
we
it's going to be like an open-ended regen. We don't know.
I'm keen to see it, not because I'm excited for it. I'm more just keen to see how they wrap it up. Wouldn't say I'm excited, but I will watch it like first thing in the morning whenever I can. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, no, same. Yeah, I'll be there.
Should be a Saturday, I think, as well, which is fun.
That's very good.
Well, Sunday for us, but yeah.
Why is it a Saturday?
I think they might be doing the whole like TV celebration thing on like a Saturday. Well, that's just me guessing. There's also that weird thing about how the 23rd of November next year isn't like a Wednesday or a Thursday or something.
That's gonna be
I wonder if they're going to release it on that day, or they're going to wait till the weekend.
It'll be on the day, I reckon. Surely they make it a public holiday.
I'm taking work off for sure. I'm going to wait. I'm going to watch it live. I'm definitely taking work off.
Yeah.
And then we can just like film the next day. Yeah, that'd be really fun.
Or we just stay up and have beers again, surely.
Again? We didn't do that last.
Did it for the 50th.
We didn't have beers in the 50th.
Okay, we were children. We didn't have beers, but we stayed up and watched it late at night.
We did start, yeah. We didn't have beers.
Well, I fell asleep, but I'll stay awake this time.
Yeah, you and Declan first. It was just me and Dan. He didn't. Fucking Daniel, God. I hated it, so, at the time.
Back in the season 5 finale, the Big Bang. I don't know why that was New Zealandish.
Boom!
Boom! Doctor answers the phone. He said, hello?
Is he Pete now in season 5?
Hello? Who's this? And they go, hey, mate, I'm on the Orient Express. My name's Gus.
Call me Gus.
We need your help. And he goes, we're going to go. And then he doesn't go.
Free tickets as well.
Free tickets, baby.
There's a really fun explanation to that in the episode, which I would have picked up on it before, but I haven't watched this episode in ages, and I actually really liked the tie-in to when Gus kept calling the ties. Like, he's called a few times.
Yeah.
Free tickets. There's shit going down.
Dude,
we knew it.
I love Moff. Like, the way that he did the show for a long time. I was thinking about this today. The guy did it for 6 seasons. You know, that's crazy. Over, like, 8 years. What a bloke.
I know. It's a long time to do it.
He, like, wrote one line in the Series 5 finale, and you can so tell he's just been like, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
And he's just sat there for ages waiting for a season that's kind of needed an episode like this.
Yeah.
And he's brought it in, and it fits so perfectly. Connor, let me tell you, I bloody love this episode.
Me too, man. This episode's
wow,
great. I haven't watched it in years, and it's weird. It's never an episode that, like, I would go to in my head when I'm thinking of great Doctor Who episodes, but man, oh man, did this episode impress me. The script alone
so good.
Is so good.
Yeah.
Did he write anything else? Who is it? Jamie Matheson?
This was Jamie Matheson. That's a very familiar name to me.
It rings a bell, but I don't remember him writing anything else.
What has he written? This is his first. He also does Flatline, The Girl Who Died, and Oxygen. Wow, okay. There you go.
Right, so that's like episodes I need to rewatch to...
Well, I think this episode in the past, I always was like, yeah, it was pretty good, but I never loved it. I think I was aware that it was good, but it just never really hit me.
I think I had the same thing.
But Flatline, I've always been a big ambassador of, so that'll be cool.
And it's funny because it's next week.
It is.
I for some reason thought the bloke who wrote Kill the Moon wrote Flatline. That's my mistake.
Liar.
Pants on fire. But yeah, I've never really loved Flatline, so I'm very keen to rewatch it to figure out what I think about it. But yeah, this episode's script alone, I think, is the first time since, I think, Listen, that I've been like, this is really good Doctor Who.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, very good Doctor Who.
It's, I think it's just one of those things that Pete's Doctor was just such a change for the writers to do, and 100%. It was so hard to get right. And it's like, this is the first time that I feel like a writer that's not Moffat has understood what they're trying to do with Pete's Doctor.
He is script writing for the Doctor and acting from Peter. In my opinion, is pretty near to perfect.
Yeah,
I loved it. I think this is his best performance this season.
Yeah,
and
I
loved the way his character was written. He was so funny, but he was so alien and still quite sharp and blunt.
He's written.
I love it.
He's written how he was in Deep Breath into the Dalek and Listen.
Yeah, but like we said about before about how like in Caretaker, they just wrote him to be too much of a dick.
Yeah. Which isn't the point of
this one. Was like, he's still sharp, but he's not.
He's not a dick.
Yeah, he's not a dick though.
I was talking to someone. It might have been on the podcast. I can't remember. I was talking to someone and I said,
Dylan.
I said
Savior.
That I think everyone. Series 8 is really inconsistent. I think Moffat and Pete really know what they're doing with Pete's Doctor, but no one else does.
Yeah.
You know, like any other writer just doesn't seem to sort of nail it and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, finally, I'll eat my hat. Proven wrong.
Yeah, it's really great. And even the whole, like, not only just like what they established in Big Bang with like the phone call and the Orient Express. Also, the fact that it's like they're almost like a couple breaking up and it's their last day to say goodbye to each other. And I think that's such a fantastic start to an episode. It's so good. And it makes perfect sense that Clara, after a few weeks of the... it gives Kill the Moon also more credit. Because
it does.
It's not just a thing that happened and they move on and never mention it again. There's even a really beautiful scene where she's like sat down with that woman and like... It's off screen, but she tells her what happened.
Yeah.
And she's like, you were completely right to do what you had to feel how you feel. And I feel like it's so good that it didn't jot that final scene in Kill the Moon, which is so good, really had an impact on this episode to the extent where she wanted to leave and do like one final adventure.
There's a couple of small scenes that I really loved in this episode early on. The first one is the scene when the performances between both of them are so good in both of these scenes. Pete is like, stop smiling, and he gets mad at Clara for smiling, and you can tell she's kind of like, she gets like irked by it a little bit the first time he says it, I think she laughs it off later on.
Such a good line. It's malfunctioning.
But you can tell she's like, oh, fucking like everything I do just pisses this guy off, you know?
This is why I'm leaving almost.
Yeah. And it just rung really true. It wasn't overperformed. It was quite an understated response from Clara, and I really liked it. And then there's also a scene, I think almost directly after that, of the two of them in the corridor. I can't remember specifically what they're talking about, but I think it's just before they go to bed or something. Oh, I think Cara's like, oh, you knew all along that there was something wrong or something. And
that's
Pete,
near the end of the episode.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's another scene early on. But Pete won't look at her. Like, there's a scene where Pete literally is just, like, looking to the side of her.
Right.
And he's kind of confessing something, or Clara's just found something out about... This is why we should take notes. But it's a really good scene and really, really good performances.
That's such a good point.
The director is Paul Wimshurst, who directed last week's episode, Kill the Moon, and comes back to direct the Christmas special in a few weeks' time.
I love it.
Last Christmas.
I really like it. It's very sharp, and the set design is so perfect. You know,
it is.
It's so good that like you could tell in some scenes they weren't actually on a train, but they did a really good job at disguising it, and I like that a lot. Like it wasn't, it never stuck out. Obviously, I'm looking for that kind of stuff since we review it, but you know, it just looked good. The interior of like the main train area.
All
of
beautiful.
Those really beautiful loved. Orange colours as well.
Yeah, stunning.
And the costumes. I love how they're wearing different Pete's like long ass bow tie almost, and it goes down like a bolo tie almost. And Clara looks stunning, and everyone's costumes were, even all the stewards and like the captain and their hats, and like it was really good.
I really wish that, and this literally is probably my one tiny flaw with the episode, is I wish that they never made it that Gus had brought all these people together to try and solve it. Like,
third act, definitely you got a few things.
Third act is like because the set design it changes, and it's still good, but it's not as interesting.
It's just white. It's like, white lab.
And I just think like they didn't need to do that. I think it might have been like a time thing where they needed to like push it out a bit and add a bit of a twist in there.
I had forgotten how it ended actually.
For me, same. For me, I would have enjoyed just seeing the Doctor and the other people that just happened to be on the train trying to figure it out. Like, they didn't need that extra twist in there. But other than that, it was almost a flawless episode for me.
How good's the timer, by the way?
The timer is so good. The 66 seconds. The concept is so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I really like it.
Is there a concept that's been... Is it like an actual mythology thing?
I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Right. I like how the 66 seconds happened in real time as you did it. It was always like
so good.
Accurate. They obviously...
You feel that pressure as well.
Yeah. They obviously like really rehearsed it to get them timings there. And, you know, obviously they can edit it a little bit. But it all felt really natural.
Very unique as well.
Yeah. Just really well done, dude.
Yeah.
Murray Gold. Holy shit.
So good.
Holy shit. This was a good episode for Murray Gold.
Yeah.
Dude. Because I feel like we sort of had the end of the Smith era. Murray definitely kind of dropped the ball a bit, I think. I think they might have been pushed for time on a lot of those episodes in terms of how much time he had to create the music.
Pretty sure, yeah.
But Series 8, you know, it's got a brand new sound, and the first few episodes were all composed beautifully.
12 scene is very beautiful as well, which is used in here as well. The scores, very good scenes as well.
Mm-hmm. The scores, particularly in the first few episodes, have been stunning. And then I think there's sort of been a couple of episodes where it's fallen... And it's still really good music, but it's kind of like dipped down. We're getting a few reused scores here and there again. But then like all of a sudden this episode came out and it's got like an entire sound that is just magical and exciting. You feel like you're exploring. You're on... Yeah, like, you know, it was just... I felt like this episode... it obviously doesn't need it, but... should River Song rock up in an episode like this? I think she would fit right in. It's got that like...
I love it,
it just feels right. And I'd be interested to see what that would be.
Experts, like, you know, so...
Yeah, that would actually be a good thing. They brought her in because she's an expert.
Yeah.
It writes itself.
It actually, it also introduced me to a lovely British artist called Foxes, who sings the cover of Don't Stop Me Now. And Murray Gold does the instrumental. And... it's lovely. Like, I remember they made a big deal out of it back in the day because it's like, this is a big artist who's coming on Doctor Who,
such a good
and she is in it. She's in the background. It's really cool. It's a really good cover.
Stop
me now. Remember they released that trailer where they did the music video and it had scenes from the next couple of episodes coming up in it. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was great.
It's
awesome when Who makes music like that. Isn't just Murray's and also Gunn's score when they have songs made for it.
Unfortunately, it just has the strings, like the instrumental on Spotify, but you can find the actual song on YouTube, and it's really good. And I think it's such a compliment to the episode, which is really good. Another thing that all the way back to your point about how you said about how Capaldi was looking at the other way when when Clara found out that there was going to be some trouble on the Orient Express. A fantastic line was like, he was like, "What it's like you're gonna leave me anyway? Do what you expect me just to like bring you into this adventure when you said you wanted to go?" Like, it's such a great line. Like, I'm paraphrasing terribly, but like, she wanted to leave, and he's like, you even see where he like goes to like knock on her door, and he's like, nah,
and then she comes out.
Forget it. Like, I'm just gonna go because like he's like, she wants to leave me, so why would I bother to even try? And I like that a lot. Also, we're looking right now on the screen at the design of the mummy. I think it looks gorgeous.
Stunning, yeah. There's
so good.
There was like a really tight close-up on it at one point, and I really looked at the detail, and I was like, that's horrifying. Like, it looks great.
I love it.
So good,
I love how it drags its feet almost across it does the drag across the floor.
It's a drunk night out.
So, it's me coming back from the pub. But I love it. It's so good. It really is. Like, it's very unique in so many ways. It's just... Weird never stuck out to me. Oh, excuse me.
Classic Connor. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
Got pizza for me. Let's go. Let's go. Pizza. Pizza.
Oh, God. I was going to say something else. I was going to praise something else in the episode. The Danny Pink stuff. I liked, and I like how, Danny said a couple of episodes earlier, he was like, if he ever makes you do something that you don't want to do, tell me.
Yeah.
And she's done that, and now she's like, fuck, I understand why you did that, and now I'm gonna go behind Danny's back. I'm gonna do it. So much drama.
Clara who?
Drama.
It's coming, especially next week.
Drama who?
Yeah, this is definitely the start of her
I am the Doctor.
Yeah, kinda. Well, what I was gonna say is it kind of starts the whole plot that leads all the way up to like Face the Raven.
Exactly.
Where she takes it too far.
Yeah.
And I really like they're starting now to put the little crumbs. I like that. Yeah. Danny's in every episode, isn't he? Apart from
well, he gets introduced in 2.
Deep Breath and Robot Sherwood. I think he's in every episode in like a scene.
Was he in last week?
Kill the Moon?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end, because he consults Clara about what happened.
Right, yeah.
Because she's like, he was wrong, right? Yeah. So I think he's in every episode but 1 and 3, I'm pretty sure. It's cool they always... It's cool they didn't just take his character. I know a lot of people didn't like his character, but...
I'm loving him.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like how they didn't just throw him to the side and bring him in when it was like necessary almost.
Yeah.
Like it keeps his character relevant.
It gives a bit of a through line through.
Yeah.
It's great that part of the storyline... I know we're seeing Missy here and there, but a big part of the storyline...
at the end of the season, yeah.
A big part of the storyline is seeing, Clara and Danny's relationship, the ups and downs of having a partner whilst you travel with the Doctor and how much it changes you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I've just had another big brain moment about this episode, but what I was going to say is that's a great through line that we're also following that storyline throughout the season.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is, this is the episode where Clara, as we just said, she starts to change.
Yeah.
She starts to become, like the Doctor. She starts to become too much.
I'm the Doctor.
Frank Skinner, his character, which we'll talk about in a second, but he's amazing.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode, he's offered to come on the TARDIS in a beautiful scene, and he says that kind of thing changes a man.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Clara has just taken the first step to change.
That is brilliant.
Wowee. This is...
really good character work in this episode.
Wow.
Yeah, Frank Skinner's awesome. I remember when my parents saw he was in an episode, they were so happy because he was... every time my mom watches this episode, she tells me, he was apparently, some really, just famous, comic.
I think so, yeah.
Apparently people would just, he'd be on a stage with his mate and they would just throw, ideas. And they would just, make skits out of it. And apparently it was the funniest thing ever. Apparently he's just, so talented and that quick.
I actually know
come
him
up with stuff.
mainly
you met
just...
him? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I know him personally,
You met Frankie? My God. Sorry.
I actually know him much more from Doctor Who. Obviously, my first experience of him was this episode. But he also has done so many like interview things for Doctor Who. All the Blu-ray sets of the classic Who era. Like he does a whole bunch of like, looking at locations with Frank Skinner, and he'll go around to like the old locations they shot at.
He's a big fan of the show.
He's a mega fan. He goes to all like the screenings. Okay. You know how every time they do a Blu-ray set, they do a screening of one of the stories at the BFI?
No,
he always goes to those just to attend. And like, I think sometimes he has a chat and stuff, but...
he even did, I saw him doing an interview with Rusty Davis a few weeks ago.
Yeah, dude, he's crazy.
Insane. He was just doing an interview with Rusty Davis.
And apparently he's in the Five-ish Doctors. I don't remember though. I don't remember if I saw him, if I picked up on it. But he's in the Five-ish Doctors.
Is he? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, his character is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
They are just kind of like one-liners, but they're all so funny.
They are, but he also... For me, I read this tweet. I follow a few mindfulness pages on Twitter to keep, keep myself grounded, right? And amen. Zen.
Amen. Zen, amen. Let's go.
But what I was going to say was, one of them was like, don't be afraid to live a simple life. And, we're always like, you got to go on these crazy holidays, go have these big dreams, go make a fucking feature film movie and stuff. Mm-hmm. Frank Skinner's character in this, obviously he had the line about, that kind of thing changes a man. But there was also an element when he declined joining the TARDIS that he was like, I'm kind of just happy with my life.
I just like being a mechanic.
I just like doing what I do.
Yeah.
I like being a mechanic of a train that's blown up.
Yeah.
He's probably out of work.
He can go on another train.
I also thought, how cool would it be to have like just a living mechanic and like a character that's just in the TARDIS just for the TARDIS scenes, and he just like, has a bit of a chat, maybe goes out. I guess it's kind of like what Nardole does in Series 10.
Yeah, okay.
Like he's just sort of like the Doctor's little helper, and every now and then steps out of the box and does some other things.
Nardole, we love Nardole.
I can't wait to see him
I'm
again.
so keen.
Love that cuddly bastard.
Nardy! Dude, he's so good. Yeah, Frank Skinner is great in it. He, funniest line is when it's like, Gus takes over, and then like the captain's like, let's just rip this fucking thing out, and then he gets shot, and Frank Skinner's like, I think they thought about that. And it's so good. Like, I like how like they're addressing simple things that the audience would just be screaming like, just rip it out, and then they do it, address it, and then almost like Frank Skinner's like the audience. And I like how he gets all the plans, and it's like very quick, maybe too quick. And he's like, yeah, maybe I had them ready to go. Maybe I'm the mummy. Like, it's just fun. I didn't know he was such a big fan though. That's awesome.
It was a big deal for him, I think, when he got to be on it.
Yeah, and his character was really good.
A great introduction scene for him as well, when it's like slowly like,
that was
pushing
beautifully
in
shot
on him
as well.
Yeah,
just like the dun dun, and they're across the sides of each other. So good. Yeah, wow. Yeah, he was a really fun character actually. That's so good he got to be in an episode. That's my dream one day, being in a Doctor Who episode.
Yeah, I'll cast you.
Put me in it.
I'll put us in. Put us both in.
If you're showrunner, I'm getting a fucking episode for sure. I got so many great ideas.
Right. Okay, Connor.
Hey, there can only be one showrunner. Is it Crispy? Is it Dylan? Is it you?
It's
Is
Aiden.
It fucking me?
But you hear us here, BBC. You fly us over, and
you better be paying for.
You better pay for us
and our hotels.
We'll be the two guys that walk in a scene in the 60th. There's like explosions going off, and we'll walk in and we'll go, and then we'll just walk away. And the two stormtroopers in Force Awakens.
Yeah, they're just like
okay, and then they walk away whilst Kylo Ren's doing all this slicey shit. That's hilarious scene. I love that.
Fucking Force Awakens.
I've really been thinking about Star Wars a lot lately.
Is that Force Awakens or Last Jedi?
Force Awakens.
Okay. I haven't watched that shit in years. I've been wanting to do a movie rewatch.
I don't know if I could do that anytime soon. Are you enjoying Kenobi? I've not seen episode 3 yet.
Yeah. I liked episode 3 quite a lot, actually.
Yeah? Interesting.
Do you see my Snapchat today?
I skipped it because I haven't seen the episode. Well, you sent a Snapchat of the episode, and I was like, I don't want it spoiled.
It's not a spoiler. It's the same thing that happens in like the last 2 episodes, but it's just like, why the fuck don't stormtroopers recognize fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Don't question. Well, they
don't question it.
Why would they?
What do you mean? Why would they? He's literally the most fucking famous Jedi, and everyone's looking for him. The Empire are looking for him, and they've got search warrants.
Stormtroopers, they got different shit on their mind. Okay?
No, they don't.
The Inquisitors are looking for him, not the Stormtroopers.
Come on. No, they're not. They're literally like, we're looking for a Jedi.
Do they know who?
Yeah.
Do they?
Oh,
I'll be the judge of that.
So they're going to be like, we're looking for a Jedi, but we won't tell you what his name is or what the fuck he looks like.
Yeah.
Bullshit. It's just bad writing. But actually, probably. I really liked it.
I have a theory about this episode. I don't want to look at you. I don't want you to say anything in response.
All right.
And look, you might not even notice it.
I'm so good at not spoiling
I don't know what extent this could be, but my theory is that Zach Braff and possibly Donald Faison have a cameo in this episode. I don't want you to say anything. Okay. Because if they do, I want to experience. And look, even if they are in the episode, I don't know, maybe you haven't noticed because a lot of the time these sort of cameos are like in the background.
No, but maybe I haven't.
But I know Zach Braff is really good friends with Deborah Chow. And the whole way through the podcast, their Scrubs Rewatch podcast, they're always kind of like, Donald's like screams down the microphones for someone to put him into Star Wars all the time. And there's so many times where Zach's been like, guys, I've got something great to show you, but we can't tell the audience, and they'll say it, but they'll bleep it out. Right. It's happened for like a lot of different things. Like he mentioned getting cast in Cheaper by the Dozen before it was announced and stuff, and they bleeped that stuff out. But
yeah, I saw that.
But yeah, I saw a picture of a selfie of Zach Braff with some like alien shit on his face.
Okay.
And he was like, I hear the new episode of Obi-Wan's pretty good. And I was like, Zach, if that's you saying it's in it, why would you spoil that shit for me? So
Donald is in Star Wars. He's in that fucking...
yeah, but he doesn't count that. Resistance.
He's in that Poe Dameron show?
Yeah, Resistance.
You gotta count it. Counts.
He doesn't count it. He does.
Well, that's a bit fucking
and he's grateful for doing it. He is grateful for doing it, but he'd love to be in live action Star Wars.
Okay.
And he's only in like a couple episodes. I didn't make it through that whole show. I tried.
My love for Star Wars is like fucking gone down so hard.
Dude,
like,
same.
There was a time where it's all I cared about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big time, dude.
Your room, it's full of shit.
I made a fucking movie about Star Wars, unfortunately. The worst thing I've ever made.
Force.
Yeah, quite literally, it was a forced script. But hey, like most people our age, Star Wars is a big part of our childhood.
Yeah, very much so.
And then very quickly, I really liked 8. I know you didn't like it, like 8, but I really liked 8. And then 9 came, and 9 just shattered everything for me. I was like, the people in charge have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
9 was when we went to the midnight, we were in different theaters, I think, but remember we went to go see 9 on the midnight screen?
I laughed my ass off, and I felt so
bad.
Yeah, it was shockingly bad, dude. And then seeing like, I do enjoy Mando. I do enjoy Mando still.
Oh, it's pretty good, yeah.
Like, I don't think it's crazy good as everyone says, but I think it's
like
fun.
Me with Stranger Things.
Yeah, sure, yeah. But like Boba, I had no interest in. I just watched the Mando episodes of that. I didn't watch the Boba
I watched
episodes.
All that. Yeah.
I just didn't care for it. And then Obi, I think I watched Rogue One like a month ago, and that got me like, oh, Star Wars can be good, can't it? And then Obi, I got hyped for like the Obi trailers and stuff like that. And I've been enjoying Obi. So I'm kind of in like this thing at the moment where I'm like, I feel like I'm a general public fan of Star Wars, but I'm not like a fanboy like I am for Doctor Who.
I think if you enjoyed episode 1 and 2, I think you'll really enjoy episode 3.
Cool.
Because I really liked it.
I'll be disappointed if my boy Zach isn't in there.
I won't say anything.
Don't say anything.
It's funny. In episode 9, it's the only theater experience I've had it was when Rey and Kylo kissed. It's the only theater experience I've had where half the theater cheered and half literally yelled like
what the
obscenities
fuck?
And went
yeah.
Half them cheered and half them groaned.
Dude,
I was part of the groaning, by the way. I was like,
I am full of respect for filmmakers, and I am full of respect for other cinema goers. But that movie so deeply upset me, like in a thing where I was like, I'm sure the actors and some of the filmmakers involved have like big passion for what they're doing here. But the heads at the top of the operation, really, if they do have passion for it, they don't show it. Because it's so contrived studio shit, and it just like so deeply upset me that I couldn't help but just laugh my way through it. Yeah. Like I really, like, big scenes were happening and I was like, this is shit. Yeah, but kind of crying inside.
Yeah. Well, Colin Trevorrow was meant to direct it.
He was, and have you like seen the storyboards and the treatment for what that should have been? Yeah. Dude, it sounds so much better.
It sounded really awesome.
And so much more fitting for Last Jedi as well.
All the storyboards looked awesome.
Dude.
All that stuff kind of leaked and looked sick. I think it's because he had he released a movie after Jurassic World, and it just flopped massively. Apparently it was terrible, and I think that's why he got fired.
I think it's that, and I think it's also, from what I've heard, they use the classic creative differences thing, which is industry polite way of saying these people had like a bloody fight. Well, not a fight,
Edgar Wright
but
and Ant-Man and stuff.
Yeah, possibly. I think Colin and Kathleen wanted to do very different things with it. But I think Colin's plan just complements The Last Jedi so much nicer.
Yeah.
Because Last Jedi, it's like, it sets Kylo up to be the big bad. It sets all sorts of things up that, some people maybe weren't expecting and things, but it sets them up really nicely.
But just to like take it.
And then 9 just says, fuck that, you know?
It doesn't make sense to bring JJ in for 7 and 9, bring Ryan in for 8, then be completely chalk and cheese as directors and writers, and then bringing in JJ again for 9, just it didn't make sense.
Yeah,
and I didn't feel his passion for that project at all.
No, it felt like
I didn't feel that love. I did with Force Awakens. Definitely. I did not for fucking. What's it called again?
The Rise of Skywalker.
Don't even know
Such an uninspired name.
Don't know the name. Don't care. I've watched it maybe once, I think, twice.
Mm-hmm.
I've got it on fucking 4K of all things, but I got all the still bits.
I got 4K.
Probably the last thing I ever bought on Blu-ray.
7 feels like it was made with love, just in terms of it was made with excitement. We're back.
Fan
Star
wanky,
Wars.
but I love it. Give it to me.
And and that was totally fine.
Yeah.
And then 8 felt like it was made with real passion for filmmaking. Like the amount of practical stuff, the logistical challenges of filming on that island and using so little green screen and making that stuff. It is, whatever you think of the story,
I agree,
filmmaking of it is immaculate. And it's stunning.
I can respect what he was going for, as much as I disagree with the storytelling. I can respect what he was going for, and it is a very, very beautiful movie.
Yeah, it's the best looking Star Wars movie, hands down.
Unfortunately, whenever I look at the stills, I'm like, that just reminds me of scenes I dislike, but it is very stunning,
And then 9 just looks like a piece of shit.
It's just, yeah. You're right about the green screen, though. I really, when I watched Top Gun Maverick, I think they did such a great job at using as little CG as possible, and you could so notice, and it's so good in that sense. I really do think that, the practical side of things, it just pays off so well. Unfortunately, I think Star Wars are very quick to these days be not listen to the creators and not listen to directors and writers who, have done a really good job in the past with stuff. Yeah. And they're just this is what we want to do and we think this will work. And I think, why isn't there someone there to be you're hiring a director. When you hire a director, you're hiring them for their vision. Why is it your place to say... I understand, by the way, if you're getting hired to a job, they're going to want to say some things. I get that. Yeah. You're also going to another property.
Mm-hmm. And they have an overarching vision of what they want to do. Yeah.
Of course. But then why hire, I don't know. It's weird how they even hire... I know Taika Waititi is doing a Star Wars movie.
About to bring this up, yeah. I couldn't think of anything that I want less. I really don't want that movie.
It's just when he was doing Hunt for the Wilder People, he was just a really good indie director, I think. And now it's I don't know. It's why... I don't know why he did another 4 movie. I was just you did what you did. It was good. Why are you doing another one?
I love Jojo
weird.
Rabbit. It's...
Yeah. I know, exactly. After doing that, it's why would you want to go and do...
Yeah, I think Jojo is great, and I think it handles being a big studio film, but also being a Taika Waititi film. Mm-hmm. But then, I don't know what it is. And I know Thor Ragnarok, for the time, it was so cool, because it was so different from all the rest. But I'm you see that, and then you see what they're doing with the next Thor movie, and it just, I just don't give a shit.
I'm not going to go see it. I'm going to completely real with you.
I just feel so much of it is it's what I don't like about Guardians 2, where people just say funny shit because it's the style of movie.
Yeah,
and it doesn't really fit the characters.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really the tone feels off. There's big shit happening, planets blowing up or whatever, and everyone's hope that looks like they left the tap on or something. That's not a line. That's a Doctor Who line.
I love that. I love that movie. I love Vol 2, by the way. But I understand what you mean, and that's my issue with it. It's it's always set up, punchline, set up, punchline. And he had a very unique way, I think, of apparently just going in and being fuck this script, let's just do it like this. And I understand that, but I was listening to Grace Randolph the other day, and she was saying apparently with this movie particularly, there's a 4-hour cut or something because of how much fucking improvisation there just was on set. And I think it's fun to do something like that, but I think it's
like Robert or Sherwood.
time. But yeah.
Do you know where I'm going?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, like it's like that stuff it's really funny.
It's funny.
But when you make a movie or a full episode and it's like banter.
Yeah.
Banter. That's not why I'm there.
It bugs me so much. So yeah. Anyway, I just think it does hurt my feelings when like hurts my feelings. I guess I care too much about something that, you know, I probably shouldn't care about too much. But when I'm watching something like I don't know, just watching something and you're like, you know, I can feel like there's just a bit too much interference when it's like, you know, this is what I like so much about something like YouTube is that like, and like say like podcasts and that, you know, we're our own creators. There's no one telling us what to do.
Look at us having a chat about Star Wars for 10 minutes of a Doctor Who podcast.
Yeah, you get what I mean. Exactly. There's no
we can do what we want.
Being like, move on. But you know, like, I don't know. Let's hope Russell gets it. I think he will.
I saw this tweet once from a Doctor Who creator, and they
Stephen
said
Moffat.
no, like an online creator, and
Crispy Pro.
It wasn't Crispy, but they posted this tweet, and they were like, you know, too many Doctor Who podcasts. They don't get to the point. They just go on for so long, just chatting shit.
Yeah, fuck you.
And it's like,
let's go.
Okay, obviously, like I so doubt that they were talking about our podcast. Maybe they were. I think they do follow us actually. But like, hey, shout out! Yeah! But it's like
it's called 50%. What the fuck do you expect?
A, our pitch is that we're gonna go off topic a lot of the time, and B, for me, I love podcasts when they're about a topic that I'm interested with, but I'm mainly there for the chats that those people have. It's like the topic, for example, the Custom Run Quest podcast, right? Him and Carsten and Jeff meet up every week to chat about a film. And they probably talk about that film for about 30 minutes of basically the 50% podcast, but for films. Yeah. They talk about that film for like 30 minutes of the podcast, and they're just having a laugh, doing bits in between that and stuff like that. And it's like, that's what I love. Like, I'm invested in podcasts because I want to hear banter and have a laugh and chat about some stuff that I like along the way. Yeah. But obviously, you know, some people are there just to hear people talk about opinions and stuff. That shit bores the fuck out of me. I get so bored just listening to reviews and stuff. Like, it's got to be there's got to be character there.
Literally, my favorite part of like the only podcast I really listen to, H3. My favorite part is like the last 15 minutes where like they've run out of topics and they're just fucking chatting about random shit. It's the funniest thing. Like, it's fun when like the cast and are just talking and don't really have a topic and they just ramble for like 15 minutes. Like my favorite part of the show. And I guess that's what we're trying to do with. Anyway, I'm sorry to that person on Twitter who hates our show.
Yeah, just chat shit. They specifically said Aiden and Connor.
They probably weren't talking about us.
They probably weren't, but I'll tell you who it is after, and it might change your opinion. But
come on, Faries. Why you gotta say that about our show? Can I go to the toilet?
Yes, you can.
Cool. Finally, I'm wearing shorts because I got baby formula down my chinos.
Connor has a child.
No.
Are you not going for a piss?
I am. I just want to give you a topic.
Okay.
Talk about.
Talk
about your concert for what are they called? Not the Hilltop Hoods.
The Wily Wombats.
Wombats, yeah.
Yeah, I got the Wombats on. It's on Sunday night.
Oh, is it?
It's this Sunday night, baby.
This
Sunday night.
Oh shit! I didn't even know it was that.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a rendition right now. Fergus.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna give.
Like last time.
Yeah, like last time. Go for your fucking piss. I'm gonna give you guys a rendition of one of my favorite Wombat songs, Tokyo. Let's take it away, shall we? If you love me, let me go back to that bar in Tokyo, where the demons of our past leave me in peace. Da 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 da. The grass will be greener on the other side, where the vampires and wolves will sink their teeth. I'll be dancing with the bass. Dun 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 da 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 dun 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 dun.
Is that gonna be on the cutting room floor or?
If you love me, let me go back to that. But what, the conversation we just had?
No, I meant you singing.
Me singing? No, this singing will be in there.
Okay, it's not on the common room floor.
No.
That's good.
Do you have any goofs this week?
I do.
Okay, let's move on to Australia's...
Now. I forget
you forget that we have music. Let's move on to Australia's favourite segment. It's time for Goof of the Week. Goof of the Week is a segment where we talk about the silly behind-the-scene things. I don't have any, but Connor has one or two.
Ravioli, give me the formoloni.
Hit me with your... Yeah, that.
So when the tomb opens, like the mummy tomb, it opens and it cuts to a shot of Clara talking to the doctor, and then it cuts back and the tomb opens again. Same shot.
Oh, I did notice that. Yeah, I think it was tight. I think it started to open, and then they cut away to Clara for like 5 seconds, and they cut back, and it resumes sort of where it exactly was, but it should be 5 seconds further into opening by that point. Yeah. Was that all?
I think I'll catch my drift. Yeah.
Hardly even worth doing a segment on. All right, let's...
Fuck off. I think it was. I don't have any goose these days. Whenever I do, I bring them up. Let's
peel behind the curtain and have a look at a little bit of facts from behind the scenes. So, let's talk BTS. Really not a lot to say here.
The Korean band?
Yeah, the Korean band.
The K-pop?
But so this is the latest transmission of a Doctor Who episode ever.
8:45?
8:35.
Okay.
Yeah, which is
why? Was there like a match on or something?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Some kind of research you are. Jesus.
Holy shit! Do you want to do some of this?
I love it. You have the answer. What's the question? Why did it happen?
Fuck off. The only other small piece of info was this episode received an AI, an Audience Appreciation Index.
I remember those are big things.
They still are.
Really? I haven't read an AI in ages.
No, well, because they're all shit. So this got 85, which was the highest of Series 8 to date. That's pretty good. 85 out of 100. It is
really good, though.
So
it is really good.
A funny moment that I took note of as well is that Pete keeps jelly babies in his cigarette
holster.
That's so
brilliant.
funny.
That is good.
Connor, any closing remarks on Mummy on the Orient Express?
I just think this is a really good episode all around. Like,
we didn't even talk about the ending.
Oh,
that beautiful scene.
Sometimes the only choices you have are bad ones.
One of my favorite quotes.
It's so true to everything in life, and the location is beautiful. They're just clearly on some beach in fucking Cardiff. It looks great. I love it. It's really beautiful.
It is great. Yeah,
and he even admits like he couldn't, like when they set up that woman, and it's like, I didn't know if I could save her. If she would have died, I would have moved on to the next one. But it's a beautiful line. Clara's like, so you knew you could save her. So it's like, you're not heartless. And he's like, is that how you like to think about me?
Yeah, that was great. Yeah.
Okay, this is a great episode.
Yeah. And there's a funny bit where he's like, no, I let them all suffocate. Or something.
Yeah. He's like, ha 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 ha. He's definitely he's definitely trying to be a little bit more human, I think, in that scene. And I love that.
Yeah, it is good.
That's a beautiful...
I remember everyone thought that Gus was going to come back.
Gus Fring. Yeah.
Everyone was like, they've not solved Gus. And
pull my leg and call me Gus.
Yeah, that's a stunning line. Sometimes the only choices you have are bad ones, but you still have to choose. I've used that a few times in deep and meaningful conversations, I think. Like very, without being stoned, very stonery conversations when you're just like, man, sometimes the only choices that you have to make are bad ones. But dude, you still have to choose. And then the person goes, whoa.
Aiden. It's like I quoted BoJack Horseman in my 21st birthday speech, and everyone was like, oh, "That's really good." And they all thought I said, and I was just like, "I said, in this dark and horrible world, all we have are the connections that we make."
Oh wow!
Or something like that, and everyone was like, "Oh, you're funny," and I was like, "I'm just gonna pretend I came up with that."
I quoted.
No one would know.
I quoted a huge Doctor Who speech in my 21st birthday speech. I said,
did you? What, from that night?
I said,
it was from that night, wasn't
no,
it?
This is a bit. It's not even. I was going to quote the Pandora Copen speech.
No,
because I am talking! Alright, what do you want to give this episode out of 10, Connor?
I am gonna, and this might be the highest I've given an episode this season. I don't know, I forgot about giving Listen, but I enjoyed it more than Listen. I'm going to give it an 8.
An 8?
0.5.
Oh my god! That's what you gave Into the Dalek. So you gave Listen an 8 and Deep Breath of 7.
What was I fucking smoking that day?
Into the Dalek, 8.5.
Christ on a bike, what was I smoking that day?
8.5.
This is so much better.
I'm giving this an 8. Kind of want to go above that a little bit.
Let's go.
But, nah, look, I think it sits up there. For me, my 8s are Listen, Into the Dalek, and Deep Breath. And I think those are all, for me, around the same level. So, I'm comparing my scores a bit more because Series 7 I got out of hand and gave episode scores that should not have got as high scores as they did.
Season 7 was kind of shit.
Dude, it actually was, dude. It was pants as fuck. I'm so sad. I used to love that season.
When it started, I was like, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, there's good episodes.
And then, yeah. I don't know if there's even that, I don't think there's even that, perfect season of Doctor Who. I don't think there is that.
No.
Because 5, I think of 5 and 3.
Maybe 1.
1, yeah, I know, but even that has stuff like fucking Boomtown and...
yeah, but I enjoyed Boomtown.
So I enjoy all of them, but I just,
I think,
it's a bit fucking...
I think 1 for me is the season that has the most consistency just in terms of, every episode is at least really good. Like Aliens of London and World War 3, they're maybe slightly weaker, but
I love those episodes.
Well, I love them because
so
they're warm and cozy, but farting monsters and shit like that. It's
so
a bit fucking dumb. But they
mentioned that in Redacted when they bring up the Savine file.
I don't remember.
Here that the alien has gas exchange. Well, someone's not been listening. Jesus.
Fuck. I'm sorry. You just listened to all 7 back to back.
That means it's good.
That does mean it's good. We love Redacted here.
It's great. It really is fucking great.
Amen, Redacted.
They should bring on those writers to do some Doctor Who episodes.
They should. I saw Juno Dawson wrote a Doctor Who book a couple of years ago.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. I just think it's really good.
It's very good. It's stellar, mate.
What beard trimmer do you use? Because I noticed your beard looks good.
I actually think it looks very scruffy. I was prepared to have a shave.
But do you use an attachment where you can just keep it quite long? Because I go to 1.
Sometimes I actually tend to go to 1 most of the time now.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Do you just go straight to 1?
Well, mine don't have what do you have 1 to 6 settings or something?
No, I did, but I lost the attachment.
I just have small clip, medium clip, big clip.
Yeah, I lost the clip where I only have the larger ones where you got a big ass fucking beard. So
yeah, okay.
I've just been lazy. I need to buy a new one.
Yeah. Well, Nicole's on my back now because she hates me having longer hair. And
what, beard or hair?
Both. Okay. And I told her
your haircut looks pretty good.
I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna have a haircut till we finish the film. And I called her when we finished the film, and she was like, so you get a haircut now? And I was like.
Well, you did, didn't you? It was a couple of weeks later.
I got a haircut a couple of weeks before, but I just got it trimmed, so it was a little bit mad. I kind of want a mullet. I'm not gonna lie. I know it would look horrendous, but I think it would be funny. A mullet and a mustache.
I can get a mullet now. I've been growing this shit out on the sides.
Dude, I honestly think we both fucking could. Because if I shave this up the sides now, this shit is
Did I tell you that?
We should get mullets for a depression charity thing or something. That'd be cute.
Well, I'd get a a mo mullet, a mohawk mullet. I'd keep the top a little bit and I'd make it go down and get it shaved on the sides.
Damn. I wouldn't shave my fucking...
No, that's called a skullet.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that shit.
Okay.
That looks gross. And you look like you do meth if you do that shit.
And then you need the speed dealers to be like...
Yeah, come at me if you like some drugs. There's a clip. There's an out of context clip.
You get approached at fucking at the Wombats to be like, bro, you got any MD? You would know if you had a skullet and speed dealers. People would think you're a dealer.
Bro, you got any MD?
Yeah, you got any MD?
No, but I've got a Doctor Who podcast if you'd like to listen to that.
I do have a Doctor Who podcast. I don't know how this happened, but I somehow brought up a clip from when we were reviewing Flux and Kim saw it. And if you look at us when we're filming Flux, we both have such trimmed hair.
We're well kept.
And we have really nice beards.
I
And
feel
now
like...
if you look at us now... That was in October, November. Look at us now. Our fucking hair. We're Capaldi in season 10.
I feel like we were very summer looks then. because it gets quite hot in Australia. Don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
And so it's nice to have like shaven hair because it's just fucking so much cooler.
Yeah, yeah.
And now it's like winter. We want to get cozy. And now we're like, wearing like big jumpers on the show and things like that. Like, because it's our winter looks, all right?
Yeah.
It's our winter costumes.
I don't even know what I'm doing with my hair, though, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, neither.
Like, literally, I have no idea. I need a haircut, but I don't know what I'm going to get.
Part of me is like, so I kind of want it to go into that, like, 70s kind of look where you have, like, this, like...
The curtains?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
You've been watching too much Stranger Things,
sometimes,
man.
No, I've wanted that for ages. But, like, I don't think my head does it. I don't know what the curtains are.
Like, the curtains like this, like the...
Okay, I don't want to look like that.
Yeah, obviously it'd be shorter, you fucking idiot. Jesus, obviously it'd be shorter. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing with my hair. I kind of fucking hate it and love it at the same time. It's
bananas.
It is. It literally is. It's so fucking long now. It's long on top. It's so long on the sides. I've been growing this shit since like October, and it's so long now. And I just can't be dealing with it anymore. I just need... Yeah, I might get the mullet. You're going to get the mullet? I couldn't imagine you with a mullet. And I kind of want to see it.
I think it'll be funny as...
Can you do it? And
I'm all about kind of looking a bit ridiculous. Like, I don't take myself seriously enough to be like, no, but I look so gross.
Okay, well then do it. And if you don't like it,
no, but my fucking girlfriend will smack my face.
Would you ever go buzz? Dude, you look so weird if you went buzz. Your ears are like rocket fins. I know. I could never do the buzz. I was just like such a fucking idiot. And it takes so long to grow back. This is how long it gets. That's since October. It's not even like, it's like that long maybe. It's just ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, get a mullet. Just try it. I think that'd be funny. I have to see.
Do it for the Vine.
Even there, it looks so different.
We do look. We're very younger there. It's crazy. We've been doing this show for over 2 years now, and it's like.
Yeah, but that was 2000.
That was like 6 months before we started the show because we started at mid 2020.
Yeah, that was 2009. That was December 2019. I remember I had a flight the next day. I flew to Gold Coast the next day.
That was lovely. You looked good. I looked good.
I don't know that I get anymore, unfortunately, but yeah.
I think neither of us do.
I don't think I can. I used to rock suspenders, and I think it actually worked. Now I can't do it.
Guys, thank you so much for listening to this bonkers, very silly episode of the show. I'm going to go and enjoy a little bit of time off.
Stranger Things?
I'm going to watch the finale of this first part of Stranger Things tonight, actually.
How many episodes in this season?
There's 7.
And you're on 6?
I've done 6, so I'm going to do 7 now.
Isn't it like an hour and a half? Like a full movie.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy how they were just like, here's 7, well, basically 9 movies
that is cool.
when they're all
I like
out.
that. That is fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Is
actually...
Is it part 2 out in like 2 months?
1 month. 1st of July. I think they just needed a bit longer to finish it off, from what they said. Because like the amount of VFX they did is just insane.
And how many? And there are 4 episodes in season episodes.
In part 2? No, it's 2.
And then movie length.
Well, I think one's an hour and a half, one's 2.5.
Fuck, that's crazy.
Yeah.
This is the second last season?
Yeah.
So there's 1 more season.
Yeah.
Just end it already, Jesus.
Oh God. But like,
I remember finishing season 1 and being like, it could have ended there.
It could have, but they didn't. Because it's TV. Here's one thing, right? That I love how we're like, yeah, let's finally end the show and stop just riffing.
I tried. I tried.
No, last thing. This is what I like about shows like Doctor Who and Stranger Things and any show that's not made by Marvel is by Disney. Sorry, is that all the Disney shows all feel like they might as well just be a movie.
Yeah.
Because they're all 6 parts and they're all like 30 to 40 minutes, and it's like. You're just basically making them like you might as well have just made a movie
with a little bit of filler in here and there,
Yeah, and but it's like you see things like Stranger Things, and it's like no, this works as a TV show. This is a way too big of a story to tell in a movie. Shows like Doctor Who, it's like they use the episodic style of storytelling so well. Even Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad shows that are just like one long story. Each episode does have like a bit of a story that they go from A to B on along the way, and it's like. These Marvel shows and stuff. I know there's a little bit of that, but they're just a piece of shit. To be honest.
Boba Fett, I know I know Boba Fett was meant to be a movie, and I think
I think Obi-Wan was gonna be, but I don't think they ever said that. I think it was just like
creative differences. I think Josh Trank was set to direct the Boba Fett movie.
James Mangold.
And then it was James Mangold, and then it was.
I just remember James Mangold.
Yeah, that would have been great. Like he's doing
now he's doing Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
A great choice though.
Yeah,
he's so good. I love James Mangold. I think he's a really underrated director.
A solid director, dude. Yeah,
he's really good. So I think it's a really good choice.
Logan's a great movie.
Yeah, Logan's great. Ford v Ferrari's great.
I never got around to. I think I've seen a few bits of that, but not the whole thing.
Even Wolverine, like the Wolverine, it's definitely very like studio like.
Did he do the Wolverine as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's a good movie, I think. Even though the things at the studio,
it is. Yeah.
Definitely, you can tell.
My recollection,
especially in the third act. But I like it actually.
Guys, thanks for listening to episode 112 of our podcast.
An hour and a half? Must be.
It's an hour and 19.
Okay.
Can we finish now?
Yeah.
Please.
Yes.
Please.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching / listening. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor, and you can watch our beautiful faces on the YouTube channel, the 50% Doctor Who Podcast YouTube channel. I have been Aiden.
I am Connor.
That's great. I love the enthusiasm.
OOC, 50% OOC or 50% out of context on Twitter to check out the out of context page.
This is bananas.
It's Aiden's
and Connor's podcast. We're doing Doctor Who reviews. Doing Doctor Who reviews. Bar in Tokyo.